plus tonight. Breaker and Reed with Heyman at ringside, taking out Penta and Sami Zayn in our main event tag team match. Seth Rollins was here earlier. Got chased out of the arena by Punk, got beat up by LA Knight, then found out he has a match with LA Knight at Saturday night's main event, so he's on a plane home.
How about CM Punk leaving the scene after putting the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther on his rear end?
Yeah, you know Gunther is not going to take that. Guarantee you there's a receipt coming. Tag.
Enziguri by Penta opens the door for Sami to join the fray.
And the fiery Sami Zayn.
And Zayn now teeing off on big Bronson Reed.
And now the concern on the face of Paul Heyman. I noticed how he hung up his phone pretty quick when his guys got in trouble. Nothing to brag about, I guess.
History's written by the victors, and I assure you, Heyman was probably narrating a chapter of his book. One of the greatest nights of his professional life, watching this duo that he has been charged with blossom into a great tag team.
And a kick right to the ribs.
I'm speculating it's better than any answer you came up with.
Sami, leapfrog, lands on his feet. Gonna send Reed over the top rope. Sami holding his own, bad ribs and all. Braun breaker now, sent through the ropes. Look at Sami, man. What a heart this guy has.
You can't deny that.
Sami off the top rope.
Arabian press takes down both opponents.
And Heyman, understandably upset.
A little homage to the one and only Sabu.
And I want to go back to what happened earlier as you watch Sami Zayn yet again, Corey. Breaker perhaps could have ended this match a long time ago before he decided to do push-ups in the middle of the ring.
Listen, we can chalk that up to inexperience on Breaker's part.
Well, isn't that why Heyman's out here? To make sure that stuff doesn't happen?
Listen, Heyman can strategize, but it's not Heyman's job to execute the game plan. He's a strategist. He's a general. He stays behind the lines and lets his charges do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, that's what the Met coaches are trying to say. And now Sami Zayn going up to the top rope, and Bronson Reed catches it with a right hand. Bronson, 330 pounds, just what an athlete. For a man his size, how quick he moves, he's agile.
There aren't too many power lifters with the physical abilities of big Bronson Reed, but there aren't too many athletes in the world with as much heart as Sami Zayn, who continues to fight back.
Yeah, never say die attitude of Zayn. Not quite sure how wise this is. Looking for the Bob connects. Almost had him, and Reed kicks out. What an opportunity for Sami there.
Take another look at this. Sami getting desperate. Sunset flip powerbomb puts down the big man Bronson Reed, but wasn't able to end this contest. Credit to Sami after being attacked with a lead pipe earlier in the night by Karrion Kross. Still boldly, if not possibly stupidly,
Death Valley driver. That might break more ribs. Cover by Reed. Kick out at 2.
Sami is hurting in a bad way. And now big Bronson Reed making his way back to a vertical base, and a tag is made to Braun Breaker, this mutant.
Big smile on his face as he climbs up to the top rope. Sami Zayn, though, able to get out of trouble. Penta has finally dragged himself up to the apron. He was injured a bit earlier, and Sami Zayn now driven right out to our announce table. Corey, get the hell out of the way. We know what Breaker's got in store here. Braun Breaker from the apron. You gotta be kidding me!
Kid you not! In our laps, they are barking in the Steel City.
He's a freak. Sami Zayn, I don't even know if he's conscious.
Hey, listen, Cole, I know we love to romanticize the heart of Sami Zayn, that he fights against adversity, that he fights through the pain. Yes, we've respected it, but at some point, Sami's got to leave well enough alone. Sami came into this matchup potentially with damaged ribs. He may not walk out of this building on his own 2 feet.
No, we questioned whether Sami should even have been involved in this match. He held his own, like I said, for a long while, but then Braun Breaker just about cut him in half as he came flying off the apron. to the announce table.
And Sami's night's about to go from bad to worse.
Oh, he's got to make a tag to Penta. It's the only opportunity he has. And now, look at Breaker just mocking Penta.
It looked a little more like Pee Wee Herman on the bar in Big Adventure, but we get what Breaker was going for. Don't tell him I said that, Cole. Mr. Heyman, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. I'm not trying to limp out of here.
Well, you might. Heyman again with a smile on his face as Breaker's taken over. I just don't know how Heyman just continually ends up with all these massive stars.
Well, why don't you ask him, Cole? You've known the guy for 27 years. I mean, just ask Heyman.
That's why I don't understand how these people want to be anywhere around the guy.
Because Paul Heyman wins. Period. Point blank. You don't have to like the memes. You don't have to enjoy the strategy. But how many legendary superstars have been aligned with Paul Heyman throughout his career?
Many.
Too many to count. Oh! And you might want to add Big Bronson Reed to that list.
Well, if Sami had any ribs intact, they are no longer. 330-pound senton right to the injured core of Sami Zayn. And now targeting the back and the kidneys.
Bronson Reed looking to liquefy Sami's insides. This is getting hard to watch. Sami desperately reaching for Penta, who can only look on. Tag made. Breaker once again legal. And one clean body shot drops Zayn to his knees.
Yeah, Sami just trying somehow to hang on. Desperately needs to make a tag to Penta.